Hi guys, Ellie from Modelones Nails. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be sculpting an easy nail with polygel in 2 steps so that we get a really good apex, and we'll also be doing an encapsulated design. So today we're going to be using Modelones Polygel, and even if you don't want to sculpt but you use a tip, it is more or less the same. You can just skip the first step. Now this is a bit of a long video, and if you've seen parts before like prep and everything, I've divided it into chapters so that you don't have to sit through everything. You can just jump to the part you're interested in. So no big surprise, but we're going to be starting with the prep, and as usual I'm going to push back the cuticles on all of my fingers and just carefully scrape off the dead skin. Now this is super important and we always have to do this. Now when that's done, I'm just going to go in with a medium sanding band, small circles around the cuticle as you can see, and I'm just going to whip carefully over just to map the surface. You've got to keep it at a really low speed so that you don't hurt yourself. So I'm going to be using an acid-free primer today. I'm just going to apply a really thin coat to all the nails, and I'm going to let that dry thoroughly. It has to be really dry because wet primer can cause lifting and we do not want that. So as I said, just going to put a bit on there, and I'm going to be going in with the base coat. I'll drop the links to the products I've used down below in the description box. Again, thin coat, and I'm also just going to cap the edges to really seal it in. So I'm going to do all of them obviously and give that a full cure. So the forms I'm using today are from Crystal Nails. They're a fairly stiff form. So I'm just going to peel it off the backing, and I'm going to take that little tab thingy out from the back and just put it on the back to give it some support, because if not it can get a bit, what should I say, wonky. Now first of all, I'm just going to pinch the ends in, attach them together, and you can see that I'm going to leave quite a big area open, and I'm just going to sort of fit that and tailor that to my thumb. Now these are the tools we're going to be using. It's a polygel brush with a spatula on the end, but I do like to use a separate spatula. So when I fit this form on my thumb, what I'm going to do is I kind of bring it on from the underneath and up, and I just check it to see that the line is in the middle, and we're going to be following it, doing the line straight out. So just follow these are guides. They're going to make it so much easier for you. So we're just going to really get that attached, and I attach from the bottom first before I close the tabs. So okay, this is the polygel, and I'm going to deposit a little bit because we're just going to be doing the free edge first. If you're using nail tips, this won't apply. You don't have to do that. Just press it out really thinly, and I like mine to be flush with the nail, as you can see. So I'll be working it into a nice shape first and making sure it's really nice and even at the free edge, so I haven't got a big bump. I don't want that right now. And these are how I do my nails and how I might do a client's nails. And I'm just going to keep wiping it at the sides and the free edge, just really smoothing it over. And this polygel is really easy to work with. I've chosen a pink today so we can actually see what I'm doing on the form, and just working that. And as you can see, it's coming out straight from the side walls, and it's got a really nice shape. So I flash cure that just for a few seconds. I think I did 30, and then I'm using a pair of tweezers just to sort of pinch them in, because that will give it a great C curve and that will prevent breaking. You don't have to do this. This step is optional, and if you're not comfortable doing it, I wouldn't. As I said, just be really careful and gentle when you do this, because the free edge is thin. You don't want to snap that off. So when that's done, we'll give it a full cure. I will remove the form by pinching it off underneath, and I am going to do the same with the other fingers that are going to be pink. I'm just going to attach it, just checking all the sides and that before I start closing it. And a small amount, I think I started a bit high on that one, it wasn't really necessary, but I will pat and pull it down. I'm using something called a slip solution, which is some alcohol that I just dab my brush in. You do not need a lot, just enough. And I often like to check my fingers. You can see that I kind of twist it from side to side just to make sure that I've got it covered evenly. And that's done. I'm going to give that a flash cure. Okay, the tweezers are out again. Just starting really, really gently. You can use something called a magic wand, but that is a little bit more harsh. So if you're inexperienced, I would definitely do it like this. So, okay, this is one of the encapsulated nails. I'm going to do this finger and the ring finger like this, touching the form in the same way. This time I'm going to go in with some clear. Now, clear can be a little bit runnier to work with. That's common. And the warmer the room is, the quicker it will polygel can move, it can. So just be mindful of that. And I like to add a little bit more. And as you can see, again, they are flush, more or less flush, but attached at the free edge of the natural nail. I'm just going to smooth that down a bit. The same thing here, I've given it a flash cure and a pinch. And then I am going to give it a full cure. So okay, what I'm going to do is, now that I've done the middle and ring finger, I'm going to put a thin layer of base coat down that I'm not going to cure. Because I'm literally going to fill that with, well, you can fill it with whatever. You can fill it with Mylar, as I'm doing here. I've got some, oh gosh, some confetti. I've got some foils that I just want to lay down really evenly. And when I'm done with it, I'll cure it. Now I'm just going to repeat the exact same steps on the ring finger. Just literally put loads and loads of bling in it, and then I'm going to cure that too. Right, we are going to be doing an ombre on this nail. So I've put a rather small amount of pink that I'm placing near the cuticle, not on the cuticle. And I'm just going to pat it down first at the cuticle before I start to pull it down at the sides. And if you put too much on, you can actually remove a little bit. So as you can see, I'm just kind of wiping it down because I wanted that to blend in really nicely. I mean, this is a really nice polygel to work with. It really, really is. So I've just gone like halfway down the nail, but this isn't really part of building structure. So let's do the same on the ring finger. And just push and pull that down until you get it to your desired, well, wishes. Can I say that? And you can see I've just removed a little bit with the spatula. Right, we're going to start now. I am going to start applying, this is, well, I don't know if I should have called it a 2 bead or a 3 bead, but anyway, we are 3/4 up the nail. And I'm not going to bring it all the way back to the cuticle because I kind of want that ledge there, because that's what's going to give us an apex. If you look carefully, you can see that where I've sort of brought it down from. And as I said, you will blend it upwards, but as I said, just kind of leave that little height there, because that will help you eventually. So I'm just going to sit and smooth that down so it's really, really nice and even. And of course, the better you are at this and the more time you take, what's going to happen is it's going to be less filing at the end. So that's a definite bonus. Okay, same on my index, 3/4 up, and then just start kind of patting and pulling it down. I'm so sorry, these voiceovers are hopeless. Okay, and you can add a bit more if you need a bit more, no trouble. So there you go, I'm just going to work that down. Try not to flatten it too much in the middle. It's in the middle where you kind of need that arch, which is going to help give it structure, so don't kind of smush it flat, if you know what I mean. You'll see me working a lot on the sides, that is to sort of keep it together. Okay, I'm just going to remove a little bit of excess there, and then cure. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect the encapsulation. I'm not going to go as far up on this because that has got the pink ombre on it anyway, so you've already got product at the top of the nail. So this is just literally to sort of protect the design a bit. Now, normally I prefer to use gel for encapsulation. I think sometimes acrylic can, what shall I say? It's not as clear, it's not like crystal clear. But I mean, it's pretty though. So I'm just going to smooth that down in the same way. And I mean, these nails are great for beginners, and I mean, they look really, really nice. Alright, yeah, I'm happy with that now. Cute. Now I'm going all the way up to the cuticle, but do not push it onto the skin. Please, please, pretty please. Just keep working it carefully around and kind of keep pulling it down. As I said, keep the focus on the sides and a bulk of the oh, for God's sake, the bulk of the product in the middle. Now, a lot of salons have always said Polygel's got a bad reputation, but you can get a lot of really nice high-end products that you can use in a salon, or if you've got clients at home or whatever. So I think it is a good option to have some Polygel and actually be able to use it. And this is great if you're learning to sculpt as well. I mean, gosh, I mean, the product doesn't go anywhere, so it's genius. So right, I'm applying that, as I said, just smoothing it out. When that's done, I'm going to give it a cure. Right, I've done and finished all of them right now. So I'm going to file sidewall and sidewall so it comes out straight. Then I'm going to go underneath and do the top part. Now when that's done, I am going in with a thin coat of top coat that I'm going to cure. And what I'm going to do is, when that's done, I'm obviously going to do it on all 5 fingers. I'm going to be back with the reveal. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit that bell so that you don't miss any nail crazy. And until next time, bye.